Jack, fill the jukebox. Go.
Now is that your fist? Yeah. Okay, here we go. How's that? It's exercise.
Things around. Here's the progress for tonight. This is the anniversary of the death of Bob Marley, and Irving Berlin is 99 today. So Stone, Sid, Poetry, and Dancing Bear Productions are doing a collaborative event in solidarity with the Czech jazz section. The $5 cover charge tonight is going to Amnesty International. In part one, we're going to have poetry, Joe Gleeson, Jack Powers, and Susan Whitmore. And then in part two, we will have the jazz. Jack Powers.
I want to thank Craig Ellis, whose idea this was, of Dancing Bear Productions, and of course it's great to see Mark Harvey, John Damien, all the guys associated with Hyde Park for the Ardette this evening. I want to say that it's great to have you here. We'd like to see more people, and we hope some more come. This is being videoed by Blue, so that the permanent record of this experience this evening. I just want to say very briefly that we are conscious of the Amnesty International intent here, and later on in the evening, Craig Ellis will make special reference to that in the Czech jazz section. Right now, there are three of us going to read the first set. It'll last about 25 minutes, 28 minutes, and then we'll go into the part two that you see on your programs. At this time, Joe Gleeson.
You know, there are historical precedents for musical suppression that has political overtones. In Ireland, in the 17th and 18th century, the British banned musical instruments in Ireland because everybody was going around singing rebel-rousing songs. And the odd thing is that it led to the creation of Irish scat. And if you've heard of people lilting, so that's where Irish scat came from. And well, we all know who the unknown soldier is too, right? Or do we? There's another faceless figure from history who could represent all the faceless political prisoners of history. Louis XIV locked him up and threw the key away. He's the man in the iron mask. I play solitaire to beat myself, since I won everything else. This poker face won't crack. To feel sunlight, I stick my head in an oven. I kiss through a straw, and tears rust my cheekbones. I was released in '98 when Queen Feroz gave amnesty to me, the inelectrocutable. My crime? The murder wish was one committed, I alone could solve. Have I tried to take it off? Would you rob a pirate of his peg leg, a cyclops of his eye? Beneath iron is copper, beneath copper zinc, then sulfur, and a pit of laughing gas. The other day, I stuffed corks into the ozone eruptions, eating out my orifices, turned to my friends, the scarecrow, the wooden Indian, the glass peacock, and said, "The mice have been stealing my dreams. Deal me out." There's a woman out here in the audience who was born in Czechoslovakia. She escaped with her family when she was 2. And now, the resistance is asking her to join them. Andrea, your mouth startles me. Caught between a laugh and a scream, once tumbled into a blanket and smuggled across the Austrian border. They stuffed you with Parisian chocolates to shut off your squeals of delight and confusion. You befuddled the Nachalniks at Bratislava. They heard a soft sucking. Then you were buried in a convent in Rome, shipped across the Atlantic in a Moravian sarcophagus, hidden in safe houses in Astoria, the Bronx, and Westchester. And today, the wax has been peeled off your face so I could kiss you in a taxi cab. You could rule the world with that kiss. See, we start out at noon. On Sunday, we go to an obscure Russian movie, say, And Quiet Flows the Dawn. We wind up making out in the balcony. Your lips are stealing the show. You push me off as I claw at your dress, and you go for popcorn, leaving your gloves! I smart your gloves, try to steal the secret olfactory recipe, copyright copyright, for a perfume tentatively called Essence Prague. Your mouth is soft, and your tongue moves like a white panther. Why doesn't the whole world move like this? Your gloves and your mouth gesture in unison, beckoning me to a graveyard in the Carpathian Mountains, where you perform an ancestral dance, and I see a holy glow from a firebrand waving in the hills of Bohemia. Where did you learn to dance like that? Andrea, please slap me with your gloves so I can smell my cheek after the mad African cab driver dumps me. I want to coat myself with your teasing. The world will smell like you tonight. You smile ironically over the map of Europe, a droll stare that knows one demented human can destroy a country. A look that says, I hurled a burning town in my mouth. The live, the dead, live one more beautiful moment through the tears of the living. A look the Russians must puzzle over, trying to figure out how a young Czech could read their hearts and roust her people with a single kiss. A kiss that is a dance of tongues, a carnival of carnivores, and a warning, a password. We topple the dark at first light. Your eyes blink, pretend indifference or pretend concern. Sequestered like a countess in hiding, those 24-karat brown-green eyes have seen civilizations falter. Centuries die, because no one could kiss their drunker dreams awake. Your father would choke if he heard us laughing and toasting. He trained you for the underground. Be stoic, but feel. Don't forget the cause. Instead, you designed a place to dance and practice the 6 stages of female revenge. First, I'll steal their friends and leave them broke, weeping for their imaginary daughters. Then, I'll charm the crowd into hanging them. And now, Andrea, your mother calls. The guests are here. The guests you invited to the wedding to celebrate your return to Prague. The groom is to be chosen by lottery. Your body will splay like a cobra, whipping the crowd to insurrection. The guests! Have you ruled and fooled them like you played with me in a taxi without a destination? The guests! The guests, they are going to be here any minute. The guests, they are going to be here every second.